All right, so in this video I want to talk about establishing an approach at the plate. That's one of the things you'll hear coaches throw out a lot is, hey, well, like our approach at the plate stinks. We need a better approach. And when I was younger, I had no idea what that meant. And so I want to help you guys define that. And this requires a conversation kind of on two things. Number one is pitch selection. So what pitches are you going to swing at in any given at-bat? And then situational hitting, which is another thing that gets tossed around a lot, which is just the idea that are we changing how we think about hitting based on the situation? And my argument to that would be it's contingent upon the count. So first things first, one thing that I want every hitter to think when they step into the box, regardless of the situation, is your first goal is to smash the baseball. Because very often, if you can hit the ball very, very hard, it'll be a good thing. The important thing to know as a hitter is one of the most important things is don't get out. If we could just not get out all the time, we would win every baseball game, right? So that's hits and walks. But I also don't want my hitters walking into the plate and hoping for a walk. So objective one is smash the baseball. And you have 2 strikes to make this happen. So as I step into the box, let's say there's no one on base, there's less than 2 outs, and I step into the box. This is a sort of a representation of the strike zone. In a 0-0 count, no balls, no strikes, what I probably am not going to do as a hitter is swing at any pitch that gets thrown inside that strike zone. The reason for this is twofold. Number one, balls on the corners are typically harder to hit. So if I am in an at-bat and I know that I get 3 strikes before I'm out, why would I feel motivated to swing at a pitch maybe up and away or up and in, a fastball up and in, traditionally a pitch that's a little harder to hit, knowing that I get 2 more strikes in any given at-bat? Instead, what I might do is shrink my zone. So in the course of an at-bat, as balls and strikes are thrown, you're always adjusting the size of your personal strike zone. So what I might do is just chop out the corners of the strike zone that I don't like as a hitter. So speaking for myself, I like hitting stuff on the outer part of the plate, so I might chop out this inside edge of the strike zone, right? I also don't like hitting stuff down, so I might chop out this part of the zone. If a pitcher throws a strike there, I'm not going to swing at it. Congratulations, sir, you threw a strike, right? If the alternative is me swinging at it and hitting a choppy ground ball to the shortstop, that's a fair trade. I'd rather have a strike than an out. So anything maybe thrown in this part of the zone that I've designated as my zone on an 0-0 count, I might offer at, right? So then let's say he throws a ball here, and now I have a 1-0 count. This zone, my personal zone, is going to change. I'm going to shrink that zone. And the reason is I get ahead in the count, right? So as a hitter, I'm ahead in the count when there's more balls than strikes. So I might, if I am agreed that this pitch on the outer part of the plate I might even shift this inside edge over more. So now I'm only going to offer at pitches sort of in this quadrant of the strike zone. If he throws another ball and now it's 2-0, that zone continues to shrink. And in a 2-0 count, I have a very, very small zone. It might be the size of a volleyball or a basketball, where I have a very, very specific pitch in mind. If I get that pitch, I'm going to smash it. If I don't, I'm just not going to swing at it, because the worst case scenario is he throws a strike and now it's 2-1. I'm still in a pretty good spot. And so the way this kind of flips is, let's say I'm Xing out this inside edge on my 0-0 count and he throws a strike. So now it's 0-1. Well, now maybe I can't be as picky because I don't want to go down 0-2, right? So maybe I have to expand my zone a little bit. Or maybe he throws a hammer on that 0-1 pitch and now it's 0-2. And so now I can't afford to have any sort of restriction on my zone. The strike zone as it exists by the umpire is the zone that I have to have, because if he throws a ball inside that zone and I don't swing at it, I'm out, right? So that's kind of how you establish what pitches you're swinging at in any given count. Is the more you're ahead, the more your zone shrinks. The farther you are behind, the more you have to expand it, okay? Then the other part of this is situational hitting, where, like I said, your first objective as a hitter is when you step into the box, you're going to smash. That's how you're going to be. I mean, that's what being a hitter is. Be aggressive. But if I fall to maybe, let's say there's a guy on third base and there's 1 out, and I fall behind to a 1-2 count, I might not be in a position anymore where I'm trying to smash a double to the left center gap. Instead, I need to focus on being productive. That's what situational hitting is when you fall behind as a hitter and you're up against the ropes in a situation, your goal is to be productive, which is either, I mean, of course, it's always getting on base, but ultimately it's scoring runs. That's what we want to do. That's how we beat other teams, and score more runs than them. So if I have a runner on third and 1 out, and it's a 1-2 count, now I need to shift my focus more towards scoring that runner, which means elevating something to the outfield or hitting something to the right side. Okay, so this is also count contingent, right? Where if I step into the box with a guy on third and 1 out, that 0-0 count, I'm not going to think about hitting a bouncy ground ball to the right side to score the run. Why would I do that when I can hit a double to right center, score the run, and be on second base? So just because there's a guy on third and 1 out doesn't mean I become a defensive hitter who's just trying to slap stuff to the right side. I save that approach for if I fall behind in the count. So to kind of summarize this, never forget your first job as a hitter is to step into the box, be aggressive, and smash the baseball. However, if you miss your opportunity early in the count, either because the pitcher is just dicing or because you got a pitch and you fouled it off, and now I fall behind, that's when my brain has to switch towards, all right, I'm not going to be jacking this ball over the fence anymore. I need to score a run, or I need to move a runner up, or whatever the situation dictates. And in that case, if there's a runner on third and 1 out, I might look for something over on the outer half of the plate or up in the zone. Regardless, it's about being aggressive early in the count and trying to smash balls to the gaps, and then understanding the game situation and what is a productive at-bat in that situation.